Joe's interviews are usually a masterclass in dialogue, but not every chat goes smoothly.
Well, what is it?
This is
The
NBC.
Independent. Oh, the NBC! Okay, NBC.
Okay, so
That's even
everything
worse.
is bad. Look, man, I'm just
Yes.
reading what's in front of me.
I know, and I'm
But
just...
you're so emotional about this. It's ridiculous.
From awkward moments to unexpected confrontations, let's explore some of the most memorable gone wrong moments in Joe Rogan's podcast history. Starting things off with when Joe lost his cool during a debate with Steven Crowder about the impact of weed legalization on motor vehicle accidents.
Traffic fatalities regarding marijuana have skyrocketed.
Google that, because that's nonsense.
No,
you
we
know,
wrote about it a lot on better.com.
drunk driving arrests have dropped. What do you mean you've... First of all...
No, we wrote about what the sources
first of
are,
all,
the original studies.
Just because someone gets in an accident and they're high...
See,
because... Hold on. Stop.
No, hold on a second. This is
you
because you just
interrupt
run-
way too much.
No.
You need to stop.
Joe openly challenged Steven's demeanor, igniting a spark that set the stage for a confrontation between their contrasting perspectives and personalities. Things only worsened when Joe mentioned a study, hoping to start a good conversation. Instead, it sparked a fiery exchange of personal insults that overshadowed any chance for a helpful discussion.
Since marijuana legalization, highway fatalities in Colorado are at
Hold on a
near
second.
historic lows.
You have him bringing up the source that you want to find.
Washington
Bring up the
Post.
study right there. Yeah, Washington Post. Bring up the study that we wrote. We wrote about it on our website.
Look, I don't care about your website, you Since marijuana legalization, highway fatalities in Colorado
Since you
are
called me
at
hold on a second. Since you
near
called me, hold on a second. Since you called me,
What could have been a chance to share ideas quickly turned into a messy fight. Rogan didn't shy away from mocking Crowder's website. Joe found himself in yet another heated debate, but this time his sparring partner was none other than political commentator Candace Owens. The topic? Climate change. Things are about to get intense. Candace confidently argued that people shouldn't bother caring about the environment, boldly claiming that climate change isn't even real.
You don't think we have to care about the environment? Like, we
No, not even a little bit. Like,
not even a little bit?
no. Okay, let me clarify this. I don't throw trash on the ground. Like, I'm not saying like we need to like, trash the environment. Like, but do I believe in climate change? No.
But Joe wasn't having it. He quickly fired back, emphasizing that the science behind climate change is far from simple. Citing the data, he pointed out that a whopping 87% of scientists agree human activity is fueling global warming, a fact Candace wasn't quite ready to counter.
Vast majority, 87% of scientists, said that human activity is driving global warming, yet only half the American public ascribe to that view. So,
Well, I don't believe this like at all. Just so you know.
you don't believe it like at all?
Joe went on to drive his point home, painting a vivid picture of the climate crisis and its potential impact. He described the severe consequences we could face as a direct result of inaction.
This could negatively impact all sorts of coastal cities. This could be a gigantic problem. This is not like propaganda that's drummed up by some sort of big business that seeks to make money off of this.
Still, Candace remained unfazed, standing firmly on her beliefs, which only intensified the clash between them. The debate was heating up, with neither side willing to back down.
You don't have to have a formal opinion on everything. What you do have to have is the ability to know when you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
But I just said that. I said that to you the entire time.
I said
this
believe
would.
it.
I said I don't believe it. And then you asked me, and I said this wouldn't be the hill I chose to die on because I don't.
Right,
I don't
but why
follow
even
it.
say you don't believe in it?
Because I just personally, if you.
How about not have a belief until you
so,
really have
okay,
looked
so
at the
you
data?
would prefer if.
Eventually, Joe finally got Candace to concede what was obvious all along. She didn't quite grasp the issue.
I don't
but why
follow
even
it.
say you don't believe in it?
Because I just personally, if you.
How about not have a belief until you really have
okay,
looked
so
at the
you
data?
would prefer if my language, as opposed to admitting that I do not know this, I wouldn't die on this hill, I've never made a video, I've never made a public statement. You would have preferred if I had just started by saying,
I don't know.
I have no opinion.
No, I don't know.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. But you say
But
I
I
don't.
said I didn't know.
No, you say I don't believe in it.
Yeah.
I don't believe in it. You're saying really clearly that you don't think it's real.
Yeah. So I mean, I think.
While Rogan kept his cool debating Candace Owens, the same couldn't be said for his clash with Dave Portnoy. And trust me, this one heated up fast. It all started when Dave boldly claimed that Tommy Fury, brother of heavyweight champ Tyson Fury, wasn't a real boxer. Joe wasn't about to let that one slide.
He's not a real boxer.
Of course he's a real boxer.
No
He's a
chance.
professional boxer.
I saw Tommy Fury box. He is not a boxer.
Well, he's definitely a boxer.
Well, he puts on gloves.
He's definitely a boxer.
As the younger brother of former world heavyweight champion Tyson Fury, Tommy often finds himself overshadowed by comparisons that diminish his own achievements. A perspective that Portnoy seemed to echo. But Joe wasn't having any of it.
Probably we wouldn't know as much about him.
I don't.
But he's still a good-looking guy. He's built great. He looks
Well,
like
those are-
he
yeah.
looks the part.
Looks the part, no doubt. But what I'm saying,
He's a good journeyman boxer.
Let me rephrase.
The discussion quickly spiraled downward when Joe played a video highlighting Tommy Fury's boxing talents, escalating the tension between them.
Who's he fighting?
But I don't give a fuck, dude. Look at this. Look at this. He's fighting a professional boxer. The guy he's fighting looks good. Dude, you're crazy if you don't think Tommy Fury's a
I don't
boxer.
think-
Look at that uppercut. Shut the fuck up, dude.
No.
Shut the fuck up. Watch this.
Find
Look,
the
just
Tommy
look at
Fury.
this.
Find the
Dude.
Tommy Fury fight on
Dude,
the
shut
Jake
the
Paul
fuck
card.
Shut the fuck
This
up.
guy
and-
cannot.
Please shut the fuck up and watch this.
In the end, Joe made his case clear. Tommy Fury is undeniably a boxer. As for Dave, he might want to watch a few more fights before jumping to conclusions. Episode 1572 of the Joe Rogan Experience served up one of those classic, cringeworthy moments where Joe's self-importance took center stage.
Why are you so good at rock, paper, scissors?
It's just, skill, muscle, intuition.
Intuition. Can we play right now?
You want to play?
Yes.
Oh, but I only play for stakes.
Okay. What do you want to play for?
How about if I win, I do the programming on your show for a week?
No. That's worth a lot of money. You could
What kind of money? What do you think I'm
That's
not,
it.
I'm not saying like the ads or whatever. I'm
it'd
saying
be like programming, like who's going to be on.
yeah, who's going to be on?
That's not possible. We're booked up months and months in advance.
You were so
and
confident until
no,
just now. We
no,
can
no,
pick
no.
a month,
that's
few
just-
months
that's,
off. Whatever.
That's ridiculous to flip a coin on that. There's no chance.
Well, do you think that there's something of equivalent value?
No.
There's
No,
nothing.
that?
Nothing that I can
No.
do.
There's nothing that you could give me that would be worth a week of programming on the show. What are you going to give me?
However, this wasn't the only awkward moment Joe Rogan has experienced on his show. In another episode, he and Nick DiPaolo dove headfirst into a fiery debate about Donald Trump's honesty, and things got intense fast.
Well, like what? Give me an example.
Like, look, we just showed you all the numbers that the Washington
From
Post
the
provided
Washington Post.
So if I give you another example, you're going to say, oh,
Joe points out Trump's many lies, citing sources like the Washington Post, which documents thousands of false statements. On the flip side, Nick defends Trump, arguing that while Trump may exaggerate, it's no different from the way other politicians stretch the truth.
Trump averaged 15 inaccuracies and mistruths a day in 2018, almost triple the rate from a year before.
Okay.
But hold on a second.
What's the independent?
Inaccuracies and mistruths, it's a European paper.
Yeah.
But isn't that a little odd? 15 a day?
No, because I don't know who's making that claim. I don't know the
Let's
exact
hear what it
15
says.
inaccuracies.
You doubt that it's true? You think that's all a lie? That he just made up the fact that he lies a lot?
Lies about what? First of all, what's the definition of a lie?
I don't know. Let's see. It says,
Joe doesn't hold back, pressing Nick to admit Trump's dishonesty. But Nick pushes right back, countering with claims of media bias. The conversation gets increasingly tense as each holds firm to their perspective, adding to the episode's already heavy dose of awkwardness. Joe argues that Trump's dishonesty operates on a whole different level, while Nick insists that the media is just inflating it because of their bias against him.
that he intended the UN moment to garner a laugh, that has repeated this claim seriously since. Okay, so he says
Which
that my,
quote was it?
my administration has accomplished more than almost any administration in the history of the country. So this is just
That's an
this falls into him being a
exaggeration.
bullshitter,
That's
right?
hyperbole.
Would you agree that as you get older, you become more conservative?
No, I was always a bit of a dick.
In episode 607, a cring-inducing exchange unfolded as Rogan unintentionally disregarded kickboxer Joe Schilling's heartfelt sharing of his life's traumas.
You know, it was a really bad camp. It was probably the worst camp of my career. My dad had passed away like 3 weeks before the fight, and like 2 or 3 days after that,
Why does that look so shitty, Jamie?
my cousin passed away. So it was,
Boom!
There's nothing quite like the awkwardness of watching Joe clash with his friend Eddie Bravo, who clings fervently to the belief that the Earth is flat.
But listen, NASA does not have one of those satellites.
Fake.
Why do you think that's fake?
That's fake as fuck.
Why does it look fake?
It
as
looks
fuck?
like something you would see in a movie.
That's because when they do it in a movie, they try to make it look like this, which is what looks real.
If that's real to you, man,
You don't think it's real?
they faked 6
Eddie,
moon
Eddie, dude,
landings.
stop saying that because it's irrelevant. Why would it be fake?
Propaganda, man.
Eddie ignited a fiery debate with his brazen declaration that all photos of a round Earth are fake. Joe, undeterred, demanded proof of a genuine flat Earth image, sparking a quest for truth in the midst of this clash of beliefs. Cornered and under pressure, Eddie countered with a bold claim, asserting that Joe's sources were allegedly paid to perpetuate the conspiracy.
Where did you get this information?
Jamie.
Where did you get it?
Where'd I get what?
This information. Where is this coming from?
This is coming off the internet.
Exactly. So
the
you're
American
reading
Journal-
some information. I'm reading some information.
Slow down,
off
slow down,
the internet.
slow
You
down,
didn't go to the
slow down,
library.
slow
It's on
down.
Wikipedia.
Just slow down.
Eddie, stop
There's
doing that.
sources here. There's a book called the American Journal of Science. I'm sure that a lot of
Which
people
is
respect
which is
that.
bought and paid for.
Well, maybe.
It is. It's
Eddie went on to passionately assert that the Earth isn't spinning, outright dismissing any concrete evidence that might back up such a phenomenon. After a lengthy exchange that lasted over 40 minutes, tensions mounted between the two until Joe finally reached his breaking point.
I used to say the same
Eddie,
stuff.
you're talking about the
I
Earth being
said this-
flat.
I'm
Thousands of
saying the
scientists
same
have
thing.
looked into it. You think they're all wrong? That's so insane.
You haven't looked into it.
I have.
No, you have.
Oh my God. How could I not have? You don't think I have? I'm watching you go down the rabbit hole. You don't think I've tried to pay attention to what these people are talking about? It doesn't work.
I don't think so.
Eddie, there's websites dedicated to debunking it. There's so many people working on these things, Eddie. The idea that they're all in on some sort of a giant global lie is insane.
What happens when a guest brings up a serious issue and Joe responds with laughter? Well, that scenario unfolded during the Joe Rogan Experience episode 1532 with Mike Tyson, creating an awkward moment when Joe misinterpreted one of Mike's earnest statements as a joke.
I did that video and I was in bed for a week. That was 30 seconds and I was in bed for a week. And it's not funny because it made me realize that this is big boy, okay?
Big boy.
This big boy was
There
out.
it is right there.
Yeah, that wasn't really cool.
But just as Tyson finished calling Joe out for his reaction, another wave of uncomfortable tension followed.
What does it mean when fighting gets you erect? What does that mean?
It's a good question.
It's orgasmic sometimes.
But saying that it gets you orgasmic, that's a strange thing to say.
Well, that's just what I want. I wanted to find out because you're really bright, and I thought you would figure it. No, I'm being very serious.
No, I know. I know you're being serious, but I mean, no one will understand that other than you.
This ultimately led to even more awkward silence.
Listen, Alexander the Great was 32 and he conquered the known world
Yeah.
in 10 years.
And that's a wrap on one wild Joe Rogan interview. If you liked this breakdown, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Let us know in the comments, what was your favorite awkward moment? See you next time.